Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a cozy stretch. Today we will be doing 30 minutes of nice, gentle stretches. Super cozy. Put on something that feels good. I've got my nice long sleeve fleece on, so put on some comfy workout clothes or whatever you want to wear. Wear your bathrobe. I don't care. We're going to start. You're going to need a blanket and a pillow. So press pause or take a jog really quick over to the couch or your bed, grab a blanket. And for now, we're going to lay it right over top of our mat. So even if you don't have a mat, that's fine. You can just put a blanket down for today. But we can use it as a prop later on. You can wear your blanket for some of these stretches. So you can even leave one down and have two blankets, whatever feels good for you, and set your pillow off to the side. We're going to begin today in child's pose. So you'll come to your knees. We'll take our big toes together, our knees nice and wide, and press our hips back. You'll lean your chest forward so that your forehead comes to the ground, and extend your arms straight in a way that's relaxed today. Once you get there, just allow the whole weight of the body to completely just relax, soften into the ground, feel it supporting you so that you don't have to control anything. Soften through the muscles of the hips. Allow the shoulders to just relax and fall. Let go of any tension you're holding in the face muscles. And then allow yourself to just come into this moment, letting this time be for yourself. You pressed play today, you came here to join me, so the next 30 minutes are yours for the taking. A couple more deep breaths here. And then we'll slowly start to roll on up. Coming back to that kneeling position, we'll place our hands underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. You can leave the toes flat on the ground as you inhale to drop the belly and look up. Lift that gaze. And you'll exhale, pull your belly button towards the ceiling, round the spine, push away from the hands. Inhale, drop the belly, lift it. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone. Continue on your own breath, moving through cat-cow. Feeling it out, maybe adding any movement you feel like your body needs today. Noticing if there's any sticky spots, and giving a little attention to it. You can add some movement forward and backward. Maybe a little side to side, or add a circle as you do your cat-cow. It's your time to wake up your body in whatever way it needs. And when you feel like you're all good to move on, we'll come back to our tabletop and we're going to thread the needle. So we'll take the right arm up, breathing in. And then exhale, palm faces up, slide it all the way to your left until your right ear and shoulder reach the mat. While you're here, keep breathing deep into your belly. Now we'll come all the way back up, lifting that right arm all the way up and bringing it back down. Your next inhale lifts your left arm up. We thread the needle on the other side, reaching that hand all the way over to the right as your left ear and shoulder come to the ground. Press into that right hand to slowly make your way all the way up and back down. Take the right hand and flip the fingertips to face you. Place that hand back down and then make 5 circles to the left. And let's go to the right. Then switch hands. Left hand flips around. Then you go the other way. We'll take our hands and we'll walk them forward. We'll take the knees and toes together. So we'll sit back. We're going to come to child's pose, but I want you guys to place your elbows down and just walk them forward a little bit so that you can make a little shark fin overhead. Get a nice stretch in the upper arms and the shoulders. And just allow the rest of your body to just soften and relax. Slowly release. We'll come on up. If it feels good, you can bring your blanket into some kind of fold, maybe fold it in half, maybe do double. We're going to be patting the knees for a hip flexor stretch, so the more cushion, the better typically. So maybe fold it in half on the back side of your mat. We'll come back to that kneeling position with the hands in front now. And we'll just take that left foot and bring it to the outside of where the hand would be. So it's slightly out, off center. We're going to come into a hip flexor stretch. So we're sinking our hips down toward the ground. That right knee is padded, nice and cozy, comfy. You can do double up on your blanket or maybe even put your pillow underneath, whatever feels good for you. And then with control, we're going to lift up, place the hand on the knee, and just breathe, looking up, opening the chest. Big inhale, big exhale. Again, a couple more times. Staying in this same position, we'll first bring both hands over to the inside. If you need to walk your foot out a little bit to make some room, that's okay. We're coming into lizard, so you can even pull that knee back if you feel like you need to. You want this knee over top of the ankle, and your choice here to be on your hands. You can bring your pillow over and do forearms, however feels good for you to deepen that hip stretch and just soften, release, let the hips just completely relax. We'll slowly come back to our hands if you were on the forearm. Walk your foot in just a little bit towards your middle of your mat, and your right hand's going to be on the inside of the foot as your left arm reaches up. Just a little twist here while we're at it. Then we'll release the hand. Bring the knee straight. Flex the front toes up for a half split. Do what you can to notice if there's any tension in your body. And just continually throughout this class, do a little self-check and think, oh, can I just soften my jaw a little bit? Or I'm clenching in my fingertips. Or my shoulders are up by my ears. Just take this class and try to find those spots in your body that are holding that tension, that stress, and just let it release, let it soften. Great, we'll bring that back foot or the front foot to meet the back one and switch. So slide that foot up, right foot comes up, sink into that hip flex or stretch. Dropping the hips down. You can do any adjusting that you need. Maybe walk the back knee backwards. Whatever feels good. And then press firmly through all four corners of this foot so that you can come up with control, lifting up, opening the heart. We'll place the hands down on the inside of the foot. Maybe walk it out a little bit further if it's in the middle of your mat. And we'll come to our lizard. So whether that is on your palms or you're coming down, maybe even to your forearms. When you're ready, we'll slowly make our way out. Walk that foot in a little bit. Left arm is down, right arm reaches up for a twist. And bring that hand back down, straighten the front leg, flex the front toes. Beautiful. Bring that front foot back to meet the back one. Scoot your blanket forward with your toes if you can so that you're on your mat. And we're just going to get our blanket and stick it out of the way for now. You can slide it to the back of your mat because we'll be coming into a downward dog. Unless your blanket is comfy to stand on, it's not going to slide around. You can keep it as is. But it might help just for the next few poses while we're standing to just have it out of the way so you have that grip from your mat. We'll come into a downward facing dog. Hips are lifted. Hands are firmly rooted to the ground. Fingertips spread wide. We're breathing deep into the belly.
We'll start to walk the toes tippy-toe, nice and slow, all the way up towards the hands. You can bend them if you need to. Hanging out now in a forward fold. Again, these can be bent as much as you'd like. We're going to slowly, like a little vampire, or whatever you want to think of, really slow, roll it up. Head comes up last.
Once you get there, we're going to take our right arm underneath the left. We're coming to eagle arms. Bring you up with me so you can see. Good morning, Irina. Thanks for being here today. Right arm underneath the left, crossing them as close to your body as you can so you can come into eagle arms. Hands might clasp, maybe not. We're just looking for a nice stretch in the upper back. Take some breaths here. Maybe if you feel stable and comfortable, you close your eyes. If that's a balance challenge, then you can just leave them open and soften your gaze. Just relax. Pressing those elbows forward and slightly up so you feel that stretch in the upper back. We'll slowly release. Take the shoulders, roll them backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time our left arm comes under. We bring the hands together and we're in eagle on the other side. Create some space so if everything's hugged in towards you, see if you can lengthen it forward and up. Feel those shoulder blades separate, that nice space between them. And breathe into it. And then we'll slowly release the arms. They'll come hang by your sides. You're going to find a slight bend in your knees so it's nice and buoyant. We're going to do what's called knocking on heaven's door. So you're just going to have your feet about hip width apart, maybe a little wider, and start to just sway side to side. Let your arms be free. You're not really in control of your arms now. Just slowly release. Might find a little twist side to side to make room for the arms to move. And just let them go a little silly, like you're smacking yourself. Just let your arms totally be uncontrolled. It's coming from the legs. A little soft bend as the arms connect with the body. Start to pick up a little bit of speed. Maybe at this point you even connect your breath with inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Pick up even more speed now, letting the arms come higher. Just have a little fun this morning. Couple more breaths here. Keep it up. Keep it moving. Let those arms be free. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Let the arms hang by the sides if you're comfortable. Close your eyes and just notice how you feel. The arms and lift them up, breathing in. And then we'll fold forward on your exhale, breathing out. Back into this forward fold. So again, you have the option to bend your knees here as much as feels comfortable for you this morning. Every day is different, and every stretching class is different, so don't be hard on yourself if you're feeling a little stiff in the hamstrings this morning. It's all good.
You want to lock your hands over to the left for a little side body stretch. And over to the right. And back to center. We're going to make our way into pigeon. So if you know where I'm going with this, you can either. So go ahead and bend the knees. We'll come to kneeling for now. You can put your blanket back down if you want to have a cozy space to be on top of, or maybe you're a little chilly this morning. You want to take your blanket and wear it as a cape, looking all fancy schmancy with your blankie cape, and we'll come into our pigeon. So that's your choice. You can wear your blanket or put it down underneath you. Have that pillow up at the front of your mat. Choose how you want to be for your pigeon stretch. We're going to hang out there for a little while, so take that time. This is self-care, my friends. Setting up a cozy space for you, however you want it to be. Once you're ready, you can join me. I'll guide us into our pigeon. So we'll actually come into a plank and just drag the right knee into the chest and drop the knee down, kicking that foot out slightly. It doesn't have to be parallel to your mat. It can be close into your body or out a little bit further, and you'll drop that back knee. So we're doing a hip opening stretch here. We want our hips to be facing forward. Once you feel like you've got your foundation and you're nice and cozy, make sure that that back foot is straight. It's not turned in or turned out. On the toes, nice and comfy. You can even take a pillow and put it underneath your right hip if you feel like you're sinking down. Have that little stability. We'll start to walk our way forward, holding over that front leg. So you can be on your hands. You can be on your forearms. You can bring your pillow here and place it down underneath your head. However feels good for you. If this is a little far of a stretch to go, but you want to do the pillow version, you can stack two up so that you're wherever you need to be. Just get nice and cozy. Breathe into it. Like we talked about before, find those little places. Maybe it's the hips, maybe it's the shoulders, maybe it's the skin of the forehead where you can just release some tension and let it go. Couple more deep breaths. Relish in this moment. And we'll start to make our way up. Place the hands down on either side of the leg. Tuck the back toes, and we'll switch to the other side, driving that left knee into the chest, kicking the foot out over to the right. We'll drop that back knee, slide it out, and extend the foot. Like I was saying, if your hip feels like it needs some support here or it's collapsing on the ground, you can just take that pillow and just stick it right under your hip so that you have something to help you stay in that alignment. Feel like you're good to go. We'll start to make our way forward into the cozy, restorative pigeon that we know and love. Get cozy just like you did on the other side. And then find a place where you can just surrender into the pose.
Few more deep breaths here before we make our way out. Start to make your way up. Now we will collapse onto that left side. So just roll your body so that your left hip comes to touch the ground. Start to turn your torso towards the right so that we can end up all the way on our back. You can leave your blanket down. Put your pillow right here so that your head has somewhere to rest. Get nice and comfy. Feel good and supported by your pillow, and we will take our left foot. Keep that right knee bent and on the ground. Take your left foot and grab the outside edge of the foot. Arm's going to be on the outside of the leg. You'll just pull it in towards your armpit. If you feel like this knee can go even further, you can bring that arm on the inside and pull it down even more. Just try to keep that right hip down. Breathe into the belly. Wonderful. Release the foot. We will cross this leg over the other one. It's like you were chilling in a chair, and bring both knees in. So you've got your left leg over top of your right. Try to bring your knees so that they're in one straight line with each other. You can reach for peace fingers to grab the big toe, or even if you can grab your outside edge of the foot and just pull it all in towards your body. Nice glute stretch, nice hip stretch here. You can play around with the feeling of keeping the feet close by in legs or even opening it out. That'll feel a little different. Just relax into a place that's comfortable for you. Deep, full, loving breath in. Deep, loving exhale out. Slowly release both legs to the ground. Leave that left foot on the ground and bring the right foot to the hand, grabbing for the outside edge. And then we'll cross that foot over so that the knees are one on top of the other. Bring them in towards the chest and grab for the feet wherever you can reach. Pull it all in towards your chest. Final deep breath here. And release. So we're going to come into some relaxation here. I know we just hit our 30-minute mark, so I will keep it short and sweet. And you are absolutely welcome to stay here as long as you like. So what I want for you to do is, again, find that self-care, that cozy spot that you feel comfortable. So maybe it's pillow behind the head and you put your blanket over top of you if you're feeling a little chilly. Maybe you roll up a blanket or use a pillow and put it underneath the knees to alleviate any stress on the lower back. Whatever you choose to do, go ahead and do it now so that you can come into a resting
position. Close down the eyes. Last couple minutes here for you. Allow ourselves to just surrender into this moment. Nothing left to do except for just to be. Allow the weight of your body to completely relax into the ground. Notice how your body, your muscles, your joints, your mind is feeling after that stretch. Thank yourself for showing up today to prioritize taking care of your body. You can stay here for as long as you'd like, as long as you have time for. I encourage it if you have time to stay. Just maybe even take 10 deep breaths. Allow yourself this time just for you. This nice cozy state of being that you're in. If you're ready to come out, you absolutely can. Start to make small movements. Bringing the knees into the chest. Rolling onto one side to press ourselves all the way up. Thank you very much for joining me today for this cozy stretch. I look forward to seeing you next time, and if you're staying in that Shavasana type place, enjoy your rest, you beautiful people. Have a wonderful day.